The provincial election is now 5 days away and the campaigning is becoming more heated. Yesterday, we saw a group of local doctors come out to support the BC Liberal campaign. Today, the leader of BC's largest private sector union showed his cards in Prince George. Wearing party colors in Prince George, the United Steelworkers president is entering the election foray.
This election isn't about me, it's not about Frank, it's not about any of us, but this election is about the future. And what does the future represent if we're going to continue to export raw logs? That's exporting our jobs. What if we're going to do if we turn our minds over to temporary foreign workers who pay $15,000 to a labor broker and then have to work for 15% less?
Leo Gerard has a number of issues with the current government, starting with the increase of raw log exports.
The government had a program of wood first, but you can see this public building has no wood in it. And I think that was a response to our campaign to reduce the export of raw logs that now has reached 5.8 million cubic meters. The feet would be easy, cubic meters.
This is a government that has been aggressive about our forestry policy. And if you look at the work we've done, particularly in China, we have mills open today that would have been closed. We have workers working, almost 10,000 of them, that are a result of an aggressive agenda to reach out in the Asian marketplace.
The steelworkers are also drawing attention to a contentious issue, the hiring of temporary foreign workers.
Again, you look at the systemic dishonesty where ministers of the province said we had nothing to do with it. They wanted longwall miners. Then they said they couldn't find them. Well, come to Sudbury where I'm from and I'll find you longwall miners. They're there.
We want to see British Columbians get those jobs first. And I'm even more local than that. I think it should be Northerners in line for those jobs first with British Columbians next. So we've laid out our position. We supported the review of the program, and the program is administered and is a federal jurisdiction.
Of all the issues, Gerard's frustrations focused on one close to home in our region. The BC Safety Authority reports into the Babine and Lakeland explosions. Mainly why Ministers Shirley Bond, Pat Bell and Rich Coleman were a part of the discussion.
There's an independent report that was done by a safety group, and that should have been discussed with the Crown, and the Crown should have decided whether or not it was okay to release it. The cabinet ministers had no business sticking their nose in there, and I would suggest they didn't want the report released because it's election time.
The Safety Authority considered the recommendation from WorkSafe BC that this may compromise a criminal investigation. The BC Safety Authority made the decision.
With the election around the corner, both sides are pulling out all the stops trying to capture votes.